So, a couple of weeks ago, we got our very first look at Warner Brothers' upcoming Tom and Jerry movie, and I put together a little cartoon news installment on it. As it turned out, it was leaked footage that I probably shouldn't have covered. But today, Warner Brothers have revealed our official first look of the film, so let's do this again. Before we get into this, don't forget to hit that like button. It does wonders in getting my content out there. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon down below to keep up to date with all my future content. This weekend, Argentina Comic Con will hold a live stream event in which Warner Brothers Studios and Cartoon Network will be holding a number of panels. In the lead up, Warner Brothers Argentina have, again, officially dropped a first look at Tom and Jerry on Twitter in a small promo video for the event. The tweet sent out by Warner's Argentina simply reads, "Tom and Jerry are listed to participate in Argentina Comic Con live stream. Are you ready? Live the experience of Cartoon Network Latin America and discover unmissable material from our upcoming children's releases." So I think it's fair to say that we'll be getting some more info on the film and perhaps a full official trailer or at least some new footage sometime over this weekend. But for now, let's take a look at the video at hand. Firstly, it's fairly obvious that this is not footage from the film itself, but it does give us a good idea of the direction the film will be taking in regards to its animation live-action format. For those who caught my last Tom and Jerry video before it got ripped down, please excuse me while I just reuse my old script. A hot topic of discussion in the lead up to this has been what kind of animation style will the film take on, with many hoping for a traditional animation akin to the original cartoons, something closer in style to Who Framed Roger Rabbit or Space Jam, as opposed to something like Alvin and the Chipmunks. And thankfully, while the animation does understandably include a CG element, this was done on computers after all, the rendering and detail has clearly been designed to mimic traditional animation but with that 3D edge, somewhat akin to the traditional CG hybrid technology that was applied to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which looked absolutely stunning. While giving the characters a 3D look keeps them somewhat modernized and helps them blend into the live-action world a little more, the more traditional detailing gives them that classic look, as if they've been ripped directly from the MGM shorts and thrown into the real world. Utilizing 3D CG elements here is essentially used in the same way that 3D shading effects were applied to characters in Space Jam and Roger Rabbit, but I personally feel it comes off more effectively. Given that this project is coming to us from the incredible team over at Warner Animation Group, hopefully this is a good sign that this is the animation style that the upcoming Space Jam sequel, A New Legacy, will also adopt. Alright, so let's get back to the new material. It is worth pointing out that the animation in this preview does appear slightly stilted and a little on the cheaper side, but I wouldn't worry too much because the animation in the actual trailer looks far cleaner, smoother, and more appealing. As this is a small preview essentially made for online consumption, it's likely there was no time or budget to fully animate and render to the greatest effect. The gag work featured in the trailer is quite fun, however, and really embraces the classic zany Tom and Jerry style while taking a modern twist. Firstly, we see Tom attempting to sign into the Warner Animation and Cartoon Network Comic-Con stream while Jerry mucks around on a remote device, making Tom's simple task a difficult one. It's that classic Tom and Jerry chemistry, with Jerry acting like an absolute maniacal fool while the innocent Tom grows more and more hot-tempered. The second clip sees Tom innocently enjoying a movie in a crowded cinema. Do you guys remember those days? When we could all enjoy a movie in a crowded cinema? So do I. They were great days. They were great days. So, while Tom is enjoying everyone's favourite pastime from the olden days, Jerry drops down from the ceiling into Tom's popcorn in a Mission Impossible inspired sketch. Hang on a second, why is everyone ripping off Mission Impossible all of a sudden? Anyway, Jerry is in a popcorn, you know, that lovely snack that we could all enjoy in our favourite crowded cinema back in the day, and he whips out a flaming hot chili, which Tom gobbles up, and in true Hanna-Barbera style, his head explodes with steam and flames, while the audience, mind you, doesn't even budge, while a cartoon cat is literally breathing fire in the middle of a cinema, and these people don't even care. Guys, this is 2020, and I guess nothing is surprising anymore. Anyway, these gags obviously aren't incredibly inventive or, you know, wildly hilarious, but once again, just keep in mind that this is a fun little promo for a kids Comic-Con panel, and is clearly aiming towards that younger demographic that will literally laugh at anything. So again, this shouldn't be an indicator of the actual film itself, as the gags featured in the film will be more exciting, elaborate, and funny. And once more, the animation will appear a touch more refined. One other thing that is worth noting before I sign out is that the promo is dialogue-free, once more proving that Tom and Jerry will rightfully be presented as silent characters. Please allow me once again to just steal another bit from my last video. This is a series and a film that shouldn't even need dialogue to be entertaining and understandable. The popularity of Tom and Jerry and their pure comedic genius comes from the fact that the original cartoons were mostly dialogue-free. They are two silent characters whose gags and universal humor drove the stories and made them so wildly popular worldwide. This is, of course, in comparison to the 1990s movie where Tom and Jerry could speak.
We two were friends to the end.
Well, it looks like the new film is taking a more traditional approach, which is of course something the fans have truly been hoping for. Tom and Jerry is set to land in cinemas sometime in 2021, and according to The Hollywood Reporter, the new film sees Tom the cat and Jerry the mouse getting kicked out of their home and relocating to a fancy New York hotel, where a scrappy employee named Kayla, played by Chloe Grace Moretz, will lose her job if she can't evict Jerry before a high-class wedding at the hotel. Her solution? Hiring piano-playing Tom to get rid of the pesky mouse. It also stars Michael Pena and Ken Jeong. Official release date is March 2021, but I personally think that that's a touch optimistic. I wouldn't be surprised if this one gets dropped straight to streaming. Regardless, I'm looking forward to it, and as more news drops, I'll of course keep you all in the loop. If you'd like to keep up to date with all the biggest cartoon news, don't forget to like and subscribe to see more regular installments like this. And if you're keen on diving deep into the history of all your favorite animated characters, don't forget to check out my continuing Cartoon Evolution series linked at the end of the video. And at that, it's over to you. I want to know, are you digging the look of the new Tom and Jerry movie, or are you not quite sold just yet? Fire away down in the comments below and let me know your thoughts. Hey everyone, if you haven't yet, smash that big old subscribe button up on your screen to keep up to date with all my content, and hit that like button down below. Also, don't forget to check me out on social media, and please consider supporting me over on Patreon for as little as $1 a month for exclusive videos, early access content, and to get your name up on the screen. Thanks again for watching.